My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slay the Spire 2. It is silent time. Lost coffer. Gain a card reward and procure a random potion. I mean, if I was about to say, if I really have to take an elite early, then I might have to. Damn, I don't like these lines at all. If I want any value, I am going to have to try and take this elite early. Alright then. I don't want greed. You can't make me take greed. Flick Flack's just a good card to have. A little bit of AoE in the deck. It does more damage than a strike. What else can you say about it? It plays on discard. There you go. And the weak potion could help us save a decent amount in a boss, not a boss fight, in a elite combat. Dagger spray, and then my AoE is complete for a while. Sure. Ultimate strike? 14 damage for a single target. I think this early? Absolutely. Great draw. Incredible draw. Best draw of all time. The Vitruvian man could never. Escape plan untouchable. I mean, I don't have discard yet, but I will take it. So, the untouchable isn't that bad. And I'll lose the weak potion immediately and pick up clarity extracts. Colorless, please. Finesse. Actually, more than most characters, as Silent, I might be able to use Restlessness. Especially because Silent does a lot of discarding. Of course, I will actually need to be doing some of that discarding. That'll help. 18 damage. Really? Alright, Restlessness. Oh no. Yeah, it's reading a little like, this was just way too early. The additional draw wouldn't be helping me that much. The duplicator would give me the ability to put out additional damage, but I'm already dead this turn. Doesn't matter. Yeah, like my best outcome now is draw to play 3 defends, because every other play that turn kills me, and then see if 16, 7, 18. Alright, we have just enough reach with Duplicator. Helical Dart. Whenever you play a Shiv, gain 1 dex this turn. I've never seen that before, but I'm very happy to see it in Acrobatics for our first discard card. I'm going to try and right the ship here, but, like, it should be known that that went about almost as poorly as it could have gone. Killing us would have just been slightly worse. Maybe even better, who knows. Oh, man. Thanks for the spoils map, at least. Heal 21 HP, fight some enemies. Hey, I'm actually prepared to do some AoE fighting. This actually might be clutch. What, so I'm just gonna have AoE cards in the deck and I'm never gonna draw them? Oh my god, that was so obviously a strike that turn. Missed it, missed it. Come on, let me take him out without taking any more damage. Perfect. Cloak and Dagger. Gain 6 block, add a Shiv into your hand. I don't know if I want that. I do want shivs before I play dex cards, which is the opposite of what Cloak and Dagger is. Pinpoint. Now, Pinpoint, you seem like a good splash. Kunai, return to play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 dex. There is a trajectory going on here. I do think I still have to dodge the elites to really actually get to... what's the word I'm looking for? Expand upon that direction. Come on, I need a brand new copy prepared. Take a piercing well there. There's our first point of Dex's combat, probably the only one we get. I can do 26 to a single target. Unfortunately, that's not going to be enough, so it's just... defend and strike one of you. Perfect. I'll take Blade Dance. When I've got Helical Dart and Kunai, absolutely. Let's get a second turn of Neutralize. A second Blade Dance? Yeah. Move the base strike from that deck. Oh, Toric Toughness is going to be ridiculously good here. Courtesy of the amount of decks that I get from other things. I really feel like I should just utilize that. It's not like I have good scaling damage for this combat, so I'm going to be struggling uphill in terms of damage consistently. Well, fine. Let's get the 6 additional damage on Ultimate Strike then. Restlessness! Woo! It worked! And we got a point of dex out of it. Acrobatics through Untouchable. For Big Shield. Throw out the Ultimate Strike because it's needed. Woof. Nothing I can really do that turn, and unfortunately we just went past a lot of our defense. I'm a little bit scared here. Another point of dex. We got to take one of them down. Toric Toughness is still in the next... that's annoying. We got Fragile. Not Fragile. Hold up. 16, 9, 25. You butt. Damn it. Damn it. I don't know how well that would have gone next floor. It didn't really have damage locked, but I feel like it was 1 or 2 cards away from there. I'll take Ultimate Defend. Single large block card. Oh, okay, okay. We've got a path this time. Good. Unfortunately, we do have to fight the tier 2 normal enemy early, but we get 2 rests. I can choose to take an elite or a normal fight if I need to. Then I've got another rest, question mark, and another rest. And these 4 early combats will serve as good opportunities to try and pick up cards to upgrade. Pretty much perfect draw so far. I'll count that too, even if I take 1 damage here. Keeps us aggressive enough that we're within the ability to triple strike Sludge down despite our weakness. If I'm intending to take any elites this floor, we take a Deadly Poison. Okay, so what was the deterministic cycle we determined? It's debuff, multi-strike, big strike. So that means that the front line's going debuff next turn. I don't think I'm going to be able to take out the Corpse Slug in 1 more turn here. Yeah, especially not with this draw. Whoa. Oh, that's tough. Come on. Just enough damage to get us there. Beautiful. That saves us a lot of HP. Piercing well. Dagger throw and Snake Bite. I'll happily take my Snake Bite. Someone in the comment section is going to try and tell me Snake Bite is really, really, really bad, and I'm going to laugh every time. I feel like there's some, like, meta opinions going on. Like, people feel, like, outsized kind of ways at the moment about some things in this game. In a way I don't really understand. Outbreak doesn't really synergize with the way that we develop our poison. Dodge and roll is defensive. I'll take it. It's not great. I'm not... It's fine if you have additional sources of dex, which I don't currently have, but I would take. I don't love this. Boy. It didn't get better. I'm gonna weaken you both this turn. I do need to start spreading the damage pretty... Oh, boy. 7 won't even get the front line of there. God damn. 7 would have gotten the front line of there. I do not know how to count, and I refuse. I think I'm just straight up dead to the damn cultists here. I told you this fight was gonna suck. Oh my god. Well, I'm alive. Time to die next floor. God, I really wanted to be upgrading more cards than this, but we're gonna have to rest before the next. Bubble, bubble. That's toil and trouble. See if this 21 can get us an elite. If it can, maybe this can have a future. Need to get poison out there as soon as possible. Especially because we followed up with more poison because of the poison. Perfect. The damage cycle is working out ideally here. Next turn we draw... Oh, I was really hoping to get one of the poison sources. They're literally both on the bottom of the deck. Thankfully, it doesn't make a difference here. We do get them down. Only lost 10 HP over the... 10 HP? It might have been 8. Venerable T-set at the start of each combat. Sorry. When you enter a rest site, start the next combat with 2 extra energy. Alright, do I want to set up for prepared? You know, what I just saw in the earlier fight is how slow poison is. Currently, poison has added a lot of skill cards to my deck. I could just take a Flechette. Deals 5 damage for each skill in hand. We are likely to pick up more skills if we're doing it like this. Do I take a color spot over a weak pot, though? Neutralize not yet upgraded? No. Might be statue. Potions now always appear up to card rewards. We'll take a poison up. Oh, do I have any of... No, I don't have any upgraded. I care about both of these quite deeply, actually. I'm gonna need a decent amount of HP to get through the final fight. Thankfully, I have some discards to try and get us through the beckons. Alright. I really want the spiral. I wish I could enchant the ultimate defend with the spiral. It's not gonna let me do that though. Right? Yeah, it wouldn't let me do that. I just wanted to check, because, you know, the fasten card says that it increases the block of defend cards, and it also increases the block of ultimate defend. Which is appropriate, but what, this situation, maybe? Flechette for 20, and then I can just defend. Defend, dodge. Hey, a turn where the enemy's not attacking. Good thing I have Snakebite in hand, ready to get them. Get their ass. I'll have to take a Dagger Spray as a source of AoE. Have none yet. Stable Serum's pretty good. I'm going to keep the weak pot. So I might not even get the opportunity here to upgrade our neutralize before this fight. Perfect. They split due to that damage on their turn. So this frozen for a turn, snack oil, tactician. Ooh. God, I really want to upgrade. Oh. Flechette, deadly poison, and snake bite. 17 poison on the first turn. Bubble Bubble's already active now. This is incredible for us. We can drop a defend here, then defend, strike. Keep an eye on both the Ghost in a Jar and Weak Potion as to whether or not they're relevant on any turn. Not yet. I'll block additional next turn. Survivor through Tactician. Oh, it would have been such a waste to rest before this fight. Literally took no damage. Speed pot. Nope. Burst. Yes. This time this turn, your next skill is played an additional time. I think neutralize into suppress, especially because it's not upgraded yet, is really good. Having that weaken from turn 1 is going to save us a lot of HP. I'm definitely going to start on this line. Or I guess if I was really cocky, I could go out this way. The reason I'm not really cocky is because Millipede still sucks for us. Both of the other fights, not a problem whatsoever. Millipede pretty much kills us because I just have Dagger Spray as AoE right now. So I need to find something additional to help me before that. I mean, there is also the possibility that I could decide that Millipede is so threatening that I can't afford to go to any elites this floor. It's a tough decision to have to make, and I don't want to have to make it, but I'm just going to float out there. That is possible. Burst that snake bite, baby. You know something really good about snake bite? It'll always be in hand when you draw burst. Or pounce. Duplicator. This turn, your next card is playing an additional time. The Weaken Potion hasn't prevented us, or not using the Weaken Potion hasn't really caused us to take that much damage. Oh, footwork. Yep, through and through. Footwork there. Okay, 4 damage taken this fight. The enemy dies. Take an escape plan. I got enough skills in this deck. That's worth it. Escape plan, by the way, is 0 energy. Draw a card. If you draw a skill, gain 3 block. And the footwork gave us additional dex, which gives us additional block from block cards. Only 18 this turn. Woof. Alright, only 18, but we draw 0 cards that say the defend keyword on them. I'm going to use a Ghost in a Jar to save 17 HP this turn. I really didn't think that was going to come that soon. I was kind of hoping that it would happen this turn, where I knew the aggression was going to be a lot higher. Well, thankfully I have the ability to prevent the Slumbering Beetle from doing that much damage at least. And you know what? I will, especially because I've got the White Beast statue, I need to be cycling these potions more commonly than I am. Alright, just the one of you on the field? I can deal with just the one of you. Still don't feel like Outbreak makes any sort of sense in this deck yet. Second copy of Prepared, given the amount of discard that we need, sure, I'll take it. I really wish it was upgraded, but I'll take it nonetheless. Can't afford to give up the HP here, so we're just... I'll take the backflip. Do I take a Flick Flack as another AoE? I think I just regrettably do it. You can have dodge and roll. I'm not rolling, and then you try and take my deadly poison plus, and then oh no, now I have to roll again, and I just get stuck in a spiral. Not doing it. Not today. Woof. Next turn's gonna be really bad. Alright. That's about as not bad as it could have been. Enemy's not attacking next turn. I can snake bite him then. First, a... discard there. Great. Wow. Bubble you. And 1 HP taken, you are dead. Great. Let's get a forge. Accelerant, just immediately, thank you. Alright, Decimillipede. As soon as I get the accelerant in hand, I'm gonna upgrade every card in hand. This opening turn absolutely won't cut it. That'll help. Oh boy, do I do the accelerant? I will accelerant here, actually. The prepared drawing additional. It only drew 1 card. That's wrong. I'm just gonna use the neutralize first. Suppress, not neutralize. Deadly poison, bubble. Ultimate defend and dagger spray. Still got flick, flack, and draw. So midline's dead in 2 turns time. Ideally, I managed to line up the back target to die on a similar-ish timeline, which has just happened. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to survive this at all. They're down, but I'm not going to have the individualized damage for the Decimillipede. Yeah. Yeah. Legitimately, I do think when I got here... Well, actually, when I got here, I needed to look at the deck and go, I only have, at that point, did I take Flick Flack there, or... I took Flick Flack in the next room, so at that point, I literally only had Dagger Spray as AoE. I think I needed to look at that and go, both of these lines have an elite too soon. It is far too likely that if that elite is Decimillipede, I immediately lose the run. Like... It does seem like the extreme cowardice option because the other 2 elites, I slapped their butts clean off. The Decimillipede, though. Right. And no, Outbreak would not have changed that outcome. How many times did I poison an enemy in that fight? Exactly. Outbreak's really for when you have Corrosive Wave or Noxious Fumes, it seems. Maybe it is Booming Conch. Really depends on... Ooh. Damn. There's actually a really good Booming Conch line. So that would be this. And there's a lot of cowardice choices there as well if I want to duck out at any point. Okay, yeah. At the start of these elite combats, we draw 9 cards now, which gives us a lot of ability to set up appropriately on the first turn. We've got Skulking Colony. What are the other 2 on this floor? Oh, the what are they called? Scavenging squirms, nematodes. Little wigglers. They come out the ground. Haze, Piercing Wail, and Pinpoints. Pinpoint seems better for the path that we're currently on. I'll happily take Fresnel Lens. Especially if I haven't yet taken Backflip. I'm going to be treating this Fire Potion like it is made of gold. Keeping it near and dear and precious to me until... the right time to secure the investment it represents. Backflip. So it was multi-single, then stop. So double strike next. Never mind, I was never going to get double strike next turn. It's not on the cards. Bouncing Blast, Dagger Throw, Sucker Punch. I think there's a small argument to make for Bouncing Blast that I'll make. Skulking Colony is really good again. Oh, right, Teriel. Did forget about you. Skulking Colony is really worth throwing a flask against. 4 pinpoint. I'd love to have poisoned you that turn. I just didn't think it was responsible. Ongoing consistent source of damage here, though, really does need to happen. Maybe I really should have done that on turn 1, actually. You know what? I'm doing it. I'm going back and I'm doing the Bouncing Flask on turn 1. I don't actually think I have enough of damage output if I don't do that. And it's only 7 damage I have to take that turn to do it. Yeah, that definitely feels correct. We always had to anticipate we were going to take a decent amount of damage in this fight. Oh, no! Oh, a little less damage there would have been so much better for us. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I save this pot? Considering I have an elite in 2 spaces time, I'm going to save this pot right now. It did cost me 8B. Potion belts. Hey, upgraded to flex. We'll take this rest so that it's not a certain thing. Yeah, Bouncing Blast needs to go down here. The consistency of that damage allows us to defend much more commonly while still hitting the hardened shell limit. Perfect. Stable Serum and a tiny mailbox. Mirage in a deck that has some poison but isn't really focused on poison. I think I'm going to take second Pinpoint for decent damage. I'm going to rest again, gaining a potion as well. My hope is that I don't have to rest again. Vajra, start each combat with 1 strength. Outbreak with Poison Flask, though? That hits multiple times. Alright. I'll give that one a go. I also think 0 cost to gain 3 decks is pretty good in a world where I have 2 cards in the deck that care about skills having been played, and I've got draw, and I would love to defend. Hello, friends. Well, the only reasonable thing for me to be able to do this turn is Outbreak Bouncing Flask. It's the best AoE I have access to. Far and away. I'm going to use a Firepot to save 5 health. And a Weak Pot to save another 3. Honestly, this fight's going incredibly. I won't have to rest on the other end of this one. Fortifier, triple your block, and Anchor. Gain 10 block at the first turn of combat. Untouchable is certainly nice, but I'm going to take another backflip, especially with these 2 pinpoints in the deck. I desperately do want to continue upgrading things like Bouncing Flask. Hey, Bouncing Flask before this fight's pretty promising. I don't think... Maybe I should retain my hand there. Okay, no, I didn't need to do that. That's a great turn. That's what the pinpoints are there for. Reptile Trinket, whenever you use a potion, gain 3 strength this turn, and Abrasive, Sly, triggers on discard. Gain 1 dex and 4 thorns. I don't think a third backflip makes its way into this deck just yet. I think Speedster is a really good source of AoE damage for us as well right now, though. Between that and Outbreak, we have a couple good sources. I mean, there's always appeal in just removing a straight-up strike, especially in this deck. Yeah, right. Speedster's cost is just a bit high for me to play while I'm first cycling this deck as well. Like, maybe if I had some additional energy gain of some kind, it'd be a lot easier for me to justify. I do actually need to get some discard in this deck as well. Actually, courtesy of us not having that much discard, I'll go for the second turn of Neutralize. I think we've got defensive enough relics, we might be able to get through this without the upgrade. Especially if we get Outbreak and Bouncing Flask flawlessly out on turn 1. Whoa. Actually, hold up. I'm also going to use my Stable Serum on that turn as well, because we've got both of the backflips in that hand as well. And Pinpoint. They're far too important cards to just throw away right now. Survivor through Beckon. Backflip. Yeah, exactly. Defend, pinpoint, your turn. Then we still have a backflip available next turn. Okay, down to half health, and we haven't even got the second... Oof. Second Bouncing Flask out. Which is great. We actually don't have to play it that turn, so we will get our Outbreak damage on it as well. Okay, anticipate. I'll backflip first. Survivor through a Beckon, defend pinpoint. Yeah, again, another situation of, like, it really would have been a grave mistake if I'd chosen to rest before this. I just need to get better at broadcasting, forecasting how much damage a boss fight is likely to do to me based on the deck that I have. Well, there's the adrenaline I was asking for. I'll happily take the Speedster if you give it to me now. Interesting. Upgrade 4 cards is a really huge boost from Tez Katara. Yeah. Oh, boy. I can't give up max HP. I've got 57 of it right now. Golden Compass. If I can find any worthwhile path here, we don't take the Compass, and I can find a very worthwhile path. And the main problems with this path are, again, really early copy of the Elite that I might be finding quite difficult. I got a lot of defense in this deck as well, so it's a lot better than the previous one against Millipede. It is a little unfortunate that I have to get Outbreak out before I do anything against the Millipede, so additional sources of AoE, additional sources of poison in these first 4 fights are going to be high priority. Upgrading 4 cards. To that end, we'll also upgrade Outbreak, Adrenaline, and both Pinpoints for 5 additional damage on each. Outbreak, Adrenaline, Bouncing Flask. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I was asking for. don't have the discard to really support Flick Flack as an AoE card, though. I'll take one more backflip. Perfect. Thank you, Pinpoints, for helping us finish. It's upgraded acrobatics. I'm not even going to let it finish resolving. Dodge and roll was still there, but it's upgraded acrobatics through and through. Deadly Poison on turn 1's really important here, but so will be hitting good pinpoints. One. Also, well, I don't need to throw the weaken potion just yet. You got 2 more turns of weaken. You might even be dead by the end of that if we do things right. 1, 2, 3. Alright, we got him. I do like the idea of that dodge and roll up, but I think I'd take Piercing Whale. Especially against the Millipede. Piercing Whale is an incredibly good defensive tool. Not to say it's not good in other situations. It's good in actually all of the situations. That's what makes it so good. Perfect. Got some decks and thorns. Woof. I'm gonna fish from Colorless Spot for either a way to take... Okay, cool. Either a way to take the enemy out or a way to defend there. This one sucks. I'm gonna save HP by tripling my block that turn for defense. I only have to get 5... Oof. Perfect. 5 damage onto the enemy's shield there in order to finish him off. Dodge and roll upgraded, I'll happily take. I didn't get as much AoE as I really wanted, but I did get a little bit of discard. Okay, thank heck. Anticipate, deflect, backflip, adrenaline. Great. Neutralize, pinpoint. Will aggro through and drop abrasive, which means I now have 6 thorns. So you're about to hit yourself as 6 by 8, which is 48. And I'll backflip again here. Yeah, just get past some more basic cards. I was hoping to get past by the yeah, skills that would... Sorry, the dazed that would still be in the draw pile, but didn't turn out to be too many of them. Alrighty then. Miniature cannon! Upgraded attacks deals 3 additional damage. I like that. For pinpoint, it's pretty good. I mean, it's not incredible in this deck. I just love that card. A relic. Acrobatics 2. Thank you. And it was pre-upgraded. Oh boy. Let's up anticipate in anticipation of taking damage to the Millipede in the next space right I'm over the moon that the game has decided not to give us the Desert Millipede here. Thank you kindly. What ridiculous generosity you were offering. There you are, buddy. Backflip, we'll... Survivor, then Pinpoint Outbreak. Hopefully I get back to Piercing Whale this turn. Start with Acrobatics in case we don't. Some decent damage from our Thorns there, at least. Great. Fully defended. Lucky Tonic. Maulten Egg. Whenever you have an attack card to your deck, upgrade it, and then Murder. Deal 1 damage, deal an additional damage for each card drawn in this combat. Yes, please. I love having a little bit of inevitability in the deck. Hey. That's Speedster again. And another Bouncing Flask. Alright. I'll do it. Give me the Relic. Whenever you shuffle your draw pile, draw a card. Sure. Fine. We got the Speedster in this hand. So, just got to play it through this combat. I'm going to do that for Speedster to give me the additional energy this turn. Speedster, anticipate, backflip. Backflip. Pinpoint, acro. Throw a defend down. Your turn. We've got another Acro Plus in this deck as well. Don't draw this turn, sadly. Acro draws all these. Outbreak, Adrenaline. Keep going. Then Deflect, Bouncing Flask. Perfect. We worried about it enough that we fixed it in time. I don't think any of those, even despite being upgraded attacks, are especially good for us. Okay, so this one's absolutely going to be reading from a defensive angle. That is to say, this fight for us. So, Disintegrate. Woof. I don't need to do anything about that this turn. I will use a weak pot this turn, though. Very happy to have Thorns here. Speedster, honestly, is probably going to do a lot less damage. Really? Than Outbreak? I don't know if I'm willing to stand by that statement. I do think if I'm ever going to set up Speedster Outbreak or Outbreak Bouncing Flask, it has to be this turn. I think it has to be Outbreak Bouncing Flask in terms of, like, just persistent damage turn over turn here. Especially because I know I've got another Bouncing Flask. So, Murder's 37. If I aggro here, what do I even draw into that I play? Nothing really. I do need to play more than 3 cards a turn, so here's the part. Yuck. Here's the part that gets really bad for us. I gotta use Lucky Tonic. Okay, one more turn of survival, and I think we've got this. Yeah, I'm definitely not dealing damage for the rest of this turn, unfortunately, but... Oh, I forgot that you heal. Oh, you butt. Did you have to? There are 2 pinpoints in the deck. Draw the pinpoint. Thank you. And then next turn, I am drawing murder, so it's just lethal. Yeah, 78, 80. Woo! Got him. Murder too? No. 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 Tools of the trade. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thanks, what do you go for me? Choose 3 attacks on your deck. Enchant them with instinct. Deal double damage with those attacks. Do I do that with murder? Do I just, like, turn this into an attack stack again? Transform up to 6 cards into Maul. I gotta say, we are probably in the best position we've ever been to take that. Because I have the Maulten Egg and Miniature Cannon, so they would deal... Oh, I'm doing this. 1, 2, 3, and then I can transform the curse as well, why not? And then least valuable remaining cards in the deck, yes, will be base defense. So they'll all turn into Mauls. And then those Mauls will be immediately upgraded, deal 6 damage twice, it's actually 9 damage twice, courtesy of the Miniature Cannon. And then it increases the damage of all Maul cards by 2 this combat. We have scaling now. I really want shop removal still. Okay, 12. Oh, gosh. Maul. Maul. The Mauls are pretty good, actually. I know it might not seem like it, but can I draw another one, please? There we go. Yeah, that's it's actually good damage. It's 32 by itself. If you gave me Shiv pluses, honestly, Cloak and Dagger, I'd be taking you right now. This one's just gonna be removal again. More Mauls, please. That's one. And in fact, you are dead to the next one we draw. Next two to the draw. Looks like Snakebite. Piercing Whale. Both Queen Subject and Queen and Test Subject have multi-attack turns, so Piercing Whale is still a really good defensive tool for us. I love a turn where I can go all out aggressive and still not take damage. Woof. Probably should have just laid Speedster there, to be honest. Oh yeah, imagine if I had. Okay. Murder, straight up kills the backline. Oh! So does Maul to each of you. One more Maul. Liquid memories. Upgraded expertise. Hell of a lot of draw. Yeah, I mean, we're a Maul deck. Why would I bother casting things that don't say the word Maul on them? I say while I cast Dodge and Roll instead of Maul. Mm-hmm. Get him? I don't know if upgraded slice really matters. Well, I don't know if base thing really matters. Can I get a random relic here? No, I can definitely upgrade 2 random cards though. Are you kidding me? Well, there's our first Maul of the combat. Well, I'm gonna pull back a Maul to finish the fight. Deflect and survive, and both get some more block. Lovely to see it. Vambrace. First time you gain block from a card each combat. Double the amount gained. How many upgrades are more... how many more upgrades, rather, are compulsory in this deck? Tools the trade needs to decrease its cost. That's the only compulsory one. That's okay, because that gives us the ability to go for the upgrade here. And then fight, rest. Almost certainly rest. Really depends, but probably rest. Speeds them all. Love turns where I can set up. I think this turn is going well enough that Adrenaline doesn't really make sense. I may as well just save it until the next time it cycles through. Yeah, exactly. It might be on a turn like this, where I need it significantly more. You are kidding me? I only saw at the end of that turn that I was, actually, I just... So the deck spot definitely would have saved me that turn. Also, not taking the elite fight would have saved me. Oof, boy. This hurts. That really hurts. Oh, I think I would have had the rest of the fights as well. This is definitely the worst. Not being able to lower their damage with weaken at all. Courtesy of the amount of artifact there. I mean, the Mauls were incredible. Huge fan of the Mauls. Very glad to have gone to use the Mauls. Very glad to have gone to use the Mauls with a Maulten egg that immediately upgrades them, as well as a miniature cannon that then immediately increases their damage as well. It was fun to play with them. I really wish I was still alive, though, so I could play with them with the bosses. I was thinking about this morning, though. I'm very glad that I finally got a deck that has the Maulten egg when I see the option to get the Mauls. What other takeaways are there from this? I mean, realistically, like... Well, I mean, this easily could have just been the same elite, right? Like, I just smithed a single card there. So this could have just been that elite. So it's just about... Although pathing is definitely part of this, I think it's probably more about... I mean, realistically, the base thing is count the amount of damage the enemy is doing. Don't just look at your HP bar and go, yeah, it's almost full. I'm fine. I was not. I don't know what compelled me not to even count that. Damn. I was too confident. That's what it is. Overconfidence. It's an insidious killer. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. Name of the game has been Slay the Spire 2. We find ourselves deceased on the floor of the Mechanite right here. But we're gonna come back. We're gonna give you what for, buddy. A special thanks this episode to Lotta. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.